The Lord be with you. Reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus' father and mother were amazed at what was said about him, and Simeon blessed them and said to Mary his mother, "Behold, this child is destined for the fall and rise of many in Israel, and to be a sign that will be contradicted, and you yourself a sword will pierce so that the thoughts of many hearts may be revealed." The Gospel of the Lord. Some years ago, I was working with a younger man friend who was having a difficult time in his life. If I had to describe what was going on, he was sad. He was very sad. And his sadness resulted from a lot of disappointments, resentments, family issues. And I remember talking with him, and I don't know exactly how it came up, but I was trying to help him find ways of working through the sadness. And it might have been around this time of the year, but anyway, I remember saying to him, you know, in the church, we don't honor Mary as our mother, our Lady of Sadness. We honor her as Our Lady of Sorrows. And as I was preparing this, I thought, what exactly is the difference between sadness and sorrow? Because I believe there is. If you look, I Googled around on the internet, some people say, well, sorrow is just more profound. It's just deeper than sadness. They're the same thing. And I kind of looked a little more, and I was kind of thinking to myself, and I thought, no, they're not. I think they're really different. They're both real emotions and legitimate. But I found something that really kind of captured it for me. It was a poem. I can't find the author of the poem, but basically talking about both sorrow and sadness have an emptiness. There's an emptiness there. But the difference between sadness and sorrow is, with sadness, the emptiness has always been there. It's usually a lack of something we never had. We've always had the emptiness. So it's usually something that we wish we had. Like, I wish I was 6'6". I'm sad because I'm not taller. Or I'm sad because I'm trying to get this person to like me and they don't like me. You know, or I'm sad because I didn't get this job, or whatever. It's legitimate to feel sad about those things. But they're not the loss of something we had generally. It's usually something we want that we don't have. The emptiness is there already. Sorrow, I think, is more profound. It also is an emptiness, but it's an emptiness caused by the loss of something we had. The emptiness is new. It was never there before. And most often it's connected with the loss of someone. It can be something very profound, but it's usually an emptiness that can't be filled by anything else. The loss of a love that no one else can replace. Sadness, we can work through in healthy ways. We either make changes in our life to get what it is that we're missing, that we try to obtain. Or we acknowledge there's some things we just can't have. And we work our way through and we deal with the disappointment, you know, and we redirect our energy. We try to overcome the sadness. But sorrow is different. The loss from sorrow, you can't just make it up. You have to own it and sit with it. And you can deal grief. It's healthy ways to deal with grief, and prayer and conversation and in therapy sometimes when it's very profound. But there's an acknowledgement that the loss is never going to go away. That's what we commemorate today, Our Lady of Sorrows. We don't commemorate just the loss. We commemorate the love of our Blessed Mother for her Son and for us that led to the sorrow. Sorrow is almost always connected to love. The loss of what we love that can't be made up. And so we commemorate Our Lady today as Our Lady of Sorrows, not because she was sad. We commemorate her because she loved so profoundly. And because of that, whenever that's true, ultimately, finally, there will be sorrow, there will be loss at some point, because everything passes. And so our response, and we see in Mary, her response to the loss of Jesus and his loss, was to stand by him. And as we commemorate her on this feast today, we also acknowledge that the only real response we can do to someone in sorrow is to be with them, to stand by them. We can't fix it, but we can stand by them. And Mary did that at the foot of the cross. And Mary, as the mother of the church, does that for the church, for us. She can't fix it, but she stands by us, even in our deepest sorrows.